What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you my desk setup and my collection tour. Okay, hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to say before the video starts that I'm sorry it's taking me this long to upload the video. I was planning on having it come out in the next couple of days, as my last upload was I believe Wednesday of last week. But I actually am doing it today, Monday, so it'll probably be going up the same day, but I just wanted to say that this was a longer break than I had first intended, but the important thing is that I'm bringing you the video now, so I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so we'll first start with the actual desk area down here. So right here, as you can see, I have my Gen 4 stack mat and timer right here. I use that quite a bit, but I also time myself probably more often on CS Timer. That's a timing software I like to use. I have tried Prism Puzzle Timer, but I ultimately think CS Timer is better. So after my stack mat here, I've got just a couple of algorithms from Cube Skills, which is where I learned how to solve 3x3. I'm currently learning for look OLL right now, so I've got some of those algorithms. And then I've just got a few more over there, some like checker patterns and stuff. And then I've just got some algorithms over there for like F2L, and ultimate U-perm from Lucas Eder, if you watch that video by chance. And then here's my GoPro. I've got this set up here if I want to record myself. Haven't done that in a while, but yeah, that's there if I need it. Got a cubicle business card. This is just for recording screens. I got it a while ago. I haven't used it since. It's just kind of there right now. And then this, I don't really know what it is. It doesn't do anything. It's just kind of there. This is the same exact lamp that Derpy has in his setup. And that is just a weird coincidence, I promise. We've had this lamp for a long time, but I figured it actually produces some nice bright white light, which is good for keeping videos. So I figured I'd keep it here since it's been here for like 5 years or so. So that is just a weird coincidence that me and Derpy have the same light in our setup. And then over here we've got this fidget spinner. It is mine, and I'm just keeping it here right now. So yeah, this is my fidget spinner, and I keep it somewhere on this desk when I'm not using it. And then in here we just got a couple more F2L algorithms that sometimes I pull out and use. And back when I was learning beginner's method on 3x3, I wrote out all these sticky notes on the different steps and algorithms, and I put them all up here, kind of like these, but it was like all over. There was a lot of sticky notes, but of course I've committed that to memory and I don't need those anymore. And then this is when I was learning to solve the Kilominx, back when I didn't realize that I needed to use the T-perm for that. So, and then there's a couple of Scube algorithms back there when I was learning that too, and then just some pens and pencils, and then these are like those icebreaker things. I don't know why I have them in this container, but I do. And then before we actually move on to the puzzles themselves, I just want to show you this little cabinet here. This top half just has some random stuff in it, but this bottom half I have my speed stacks bag, came with the timer. I don't know why I kept it, this like instruction pamphlet. I got my boxes, all the boxes I've got. So I've got the box for my Kilominx, my fidget spinner came in this box. That's my 3x3 box over here. You probably really can't see it. Here it is. And then just my cube boxes behind that. And then this is actually a cube I got for my dad for his birthday. It's basically a stickerless cube with like a Pac-Man on it and just a weird color scheme. It's supposed to be like an 80s speed cube. So I got that for him. And then here is just some random box. I don't know why I have it, but my 2x2 fits perfectly in it, so I just keep it in here if I need it. So yeah, that's what's in here. I just use it as storage. And then the last thing I have is this cool little clock here. So it is kind of like a Rubik's Cube clock. It's got these stickers on it, and nobody was really using it before, so I decided to take it and move it down to my setup. It can do a bunch of different things, and the top layer actually rotates, but I'm just keeping it on the time right now, as I don't really need like an alarm clock. Don't need that, don't need the temperature, and I know the dates, so I just have it on the time set right now. And one thing that it actually does, which is really cool, is when the minute switches, or the hour, doesn't really matter, but the digit actually comes up like an old scoreboard or something, so it like slides up and replaces the next number, which is really cool. And I never really noticed that graphic until, yep, there it is. So I never really noticed that until after about a week or two of having it here, but it's really cool and fun to watch. And now moving on to the actual puzzles themselves. For my first video, I told you guys I had about 8 or 9 puzzles, and that's pretty accurate. So I'm just gonna start down here. So this is my Rubik's 2x2. And it's technically not mine, it was my dad's. He got it as a gift, but he basically gave it to me. So yeah, I mean, it's okay, but it physically hurts my hands to speed cube on it, which is why I'm getting a new 2x2. And then here is the Meffert's Venus, I believe it's called. So it's essentially a pillowed 3x3 with just bigger centers and different shaped corners and edge pieces. I don't really know why we have it. It was kind of my brother's choice. Basically, I got a Mega Minx for Easter. It was a Meffert's Mega Minx, but it was a gift. I didn't pick it. But within about the first 30 minutes of me playing around with it, the whole top half popped. So we returned it and were able to get a puzzle for free. So my brother ended up picking this. Don't ask me why. It's better than a Rubik's, I would say, but it's still not that enjoyable to solve. And then here is my first ever 3x3. It's a stickerless cube, and I believe it's by Tanby Puzzles. The box isn't there with its case, but it's kind of like a knockoff. I ordered it off of Amazon because I didn't really know much about ordering cubes. And then next up, I've got my first real ever speed cube that was an actual speed cube brand. So this is a Chi Cube. It is a stickerless cube. I forget which brand it is, but it's the most recent one. It kind of has a matte, like tiled finish to it, and it's pretty good. I can't really complain that much since I'm not too great at cube, but I figured I'd just get one because I hadn't gotten one yet. So yeah, I think that was actually my most recent acquisition to my collection, though I haven't ordered anything in a while. And then next up, we have this Meffert's Cube Extreme. Now, this is another puzzle that is technically not mine. It is my brother's. He picked it out from the same store, actually, that we got this. And so I've managed to solve these outer pieces, I guess, the X, just using like regular Cube algorithms because it solves like a Cube, but I haven't managed to get all of these centers because I never actually saw this in its solved state, and there's not too many great pictures of it online, so sometimes I'll have to look up the color scheme like when solving it. So I believe I have a couple. I think that's what these centers are supposed to look like when they're solved. I think I have about 5 of those, but I still haven't actually completely solved it yet, and there's not too many great tutorials on it. But if you know how to solve it, let me know, because this thing has been scrambled basically since the day we got it. And next up, we have my very first ever Pyraminx. This is a Meffert's Pyraminx. Again, another Meffert's puzzle. This one has actually held up way better than my Mega Minx, though. So this was a gift, and I, after learning how to solve the 2x2, didn't want to move on to a 3x3. I wanted something in between. So I heard about this Pyraminx and decided that I wanted to learn how to solve one. But of course, to do that, I had to get one first. And I don't really know when I was planning on getting one, but my mom got it for me as a surprise gift, and I was really excited. It's really clicky and unstable, though. It's got ball bearings in it, and the stickers have not been the best, but to be fair, I traveled with this a lot. Around the time I got it, we went on this big trip, so I was taking it on planes and things like that, so the stickers got beat up. My cat actually bit this part of the sticker, but anyway, this is my first ever Pyraminx, and for some reason, I don't really know how, I got my 4.87 PB on this, and I'm not really sure how that happened. The reason I was using this, though, is because I didn't have access to my main Pyraminx at the time. Speaking of my main Pyraminx, here it is. This is a Z-Cube Pyraminx. Now, again, this is around the time that I was still ordering puzzles off of Amazon and not the Cubicle because I was kind of a noob. But this Pyraminx has served me well, and it is still my best Pyraminx, though I'm ordering a new one for my birthday. It's stickerless because, I don't know, I still really like stickerless puzzles. My first ever 3x3 was stickerless. My Cube is stickerless. It's definitely more clicky, and the tips are very, like, more decisive and click into place, so I like that about this puzzle. This one was just a little bit unstable, and sometimes things would come undone. I just felt like I didn't really have much control over it, and this puzzle definitely does a better job. So yeah, overall I'd say it's kind of a main brand cube, since Z-Cube is like kind of well known because of their like carbon fiber puzzles and stuff like that. But yeah, this is still a pretty good Pyraminx, and I use it to this day. And then over here, we've got my Shane Shao Pyraminx. So, I ordered this after my Meffert's Pyraminx broke. I decided that this would be a good common ground between a Megaminx and a 3x3. So, I started learning how to solve a 3x3, and I ordered this at around the same time. I actually got my first solve on a 3x3 and my first solve on this Killaminx on the same day. This is essentially a Megaminx without the centers, just got the corners, also known as a 2x2 Megaminx, or the Killaminx, or as DG Cubes has been insisting, the Kibiminx. So yeah, I really like this puzzle. It's fun to solve. I've just been using Lego Boy Z3's method because I watched his tutorial on it. That's pretty much intuitive. I just use his way of doing it for the last layer. I'm sure there's a better way, but I am not a very experienced Megaminx solver, so I can't really do much about that. But I average about a minute and 15 on this. It's a very fun puzzle to solve. And so there is actually one more puzzle back here. It is my dad's 4x4 Rubik's Cube. This is my dad's from like the 80s or the 90s. I don't know when, but it's pretty old, and as you can probably guess, pretty terrible. So apparently he was close to solving this and had the last layer left, and then it all popped on him. So yeah, he's gotten it back to the first layer completed. I know that with reduction, that's not really the way to solve a 4x4, but I'm just kind of storing it here for him. And even if I wanted to learn, I am certainly not learning on this. So he hasn't really touched it. I haven't really touched it. So it's just kind of sitting here waiting for somebody to pick it up, which will probably be never. Okay, and then as you can see here, I have this little collage. So I have two Rubik's logos, because you can never forget the original brand. And then I've got the Cube Skills here, because that's where I learned how to solve a 3x3, the Cubicle, Speed Cube Shop, Chi, and X-Men logos, because I actually have Chi brand puzzle. I figured I wouldn't put up any other brands if I didn't actually own any of their puzzles. And then I've got Meffert's, which I do own, and then I've got some of my favorite YouTubers, and then Speed Stacks, because why not? They make timers. So yeah, that's this little collage I have. I think it's pretty cool. That is my full setup tour of this desk where I cube and I occasionally make videos. Now, when I first set this area up, I was planning on getting a monitor here, and I'm still not sure what I'm going to do about that. I feel like a monitor would be good for the setup, which is additionally the reason why I got this mat instead of the one that says WCA, because I figured when I finally got a monitor, this would be a cool mat to put the keyboard on. So I haven't gotten anything yet, and when I time myself, I usually just use that computer over there. It is a Mac, and that's where I edit and make all of my videos. But this, for the most part, is where I practice, make videos. And one more update, I'm officially done with school now, so you can expect at least 1 or 2 more videos from me before I go off to camp. But regardless, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching my desk setup tour and collection video. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys soon with a brand new video. Thank you.